There we go. Okay. I'm live. I'm live now. I'm finally here. I had a little bit of a hiccup there with the browser. I didn't have the right browser installed because apparently I can't go live on Safari. I can only do it on Google Chrome. So I had to install that because my computer is new and I didn't have that. But yes, here I am. Hi, Robin. I guess you're the only one right now, unless there are other people and they're just not talking. But that's okay. So hi, Stormy. All right, people are showing up. Yay. I never know if people are actually going to show up or not because I still am like under 1,000 subscribers. So I never know if people are going to come. And then I have to do it on my computer because if you're under 1,000 subscribers, they don't let you do it through your phone, which is annoying and stupid, but that's okay. Hey, Arian. All right, people are coming in. So why don't we just get started? Get to these readings. Hi, MJ. Oh, yay. People are showing up. So exciting. Yay. Here's the Christmas tree next to me. We got a little holiday thing going on. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, guys. Oh, yes. Yes. You did share it on your personal Facebook. I appreciate that, Robin. So that definitely is awesome. This piece of hair is driving me nuts. Okay. Anyway, let's get into some readings, you guys. So if you have any questions, start shooting them down there in the chat and I will pick them up as I can. Thank you, Stormy. Oh, I really appreciate that. I love Christmas. I love the holidays. So, if I can make things festive and fun here, I totally can. And Shadow is here too. I'm actually doing this like from the bed because my setup is totally different and weird from how it is at home. Shadow, come here. I'm sure everyone wants to see you. Come here, little boy. Here he is. Here's my little man. Maybe he doesn't want to be on camera right now, but here he is. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. You gonna do some free readings for people? You want to do that? Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. I won't bug you anymore. Go lay down. Okay, now he's going to shake everything. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Yes, hopefully I do get new subscribers. We'll see what happens. I also advertised this on TikTok really quick before I came on, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Thank you, KB. I'm glad you love it. Like, that's awesome. I am having a good time at home, MJ. It's different, that's for sure. It's different. I needed a break. I needed a break away from LA. It gets so crazy and so chaotic. And now all I'm hearing about is how everyone's going into crazy lockdowns back in LA. And it's weird because it's like they're basically telling people don't go anywhere, but they're still having all the non-essential stores and stuff open. So it makes no sense. They're sending very confusing mixed signals as to what people are supposed to be doing. So I'm glad I'm not there to deal with that. Okay. Let me see. Let's see what's going on here. Shadow, can you not nest right now? He's like going to mess with the blanket as I'm looking through stuff. Okay. Wait, what was your question? Oh, Robin, so the current energy of your DM towards you. Okay, let's find out his current energy. What shall I pick right now? Okay, I'm going to open up a little box here of cards, and we're going to go with some Ocean of Emotion to see basically how he's feeling, Robin. We're going to see how he's feeling. How is Robin's DM feeling right now? What is his current energy towards her? In general, let's see what we get. Let's see what comes through here with your DM, whose name shall not be named, but I understand the name oh too well. So, okay, let's see what we get here. I'm still trying to get better at shuffling cards. It's not the easiest thing, but I feel like maybe the more I shuffle, the better I get. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So first thing that comes out, well, this is good. We got happy. I want to make you smile again. So I feel like you definitely make him happy. That's for sure. Like you bring him good vibes, you make him feel good, you make him, you bring him peace, you bring him joy. Like this is a good thing. And with I want to make you smile again, I feel like, he probably feels bad about not giving you the proper attention and affection that you truly deserve, even though he's letting his pride get in the way of making him like do the stand up right thing, but you do make him feel good. So that's positive. We also have truth. I know you can feel me and I know you're inside my mind. You're the truth I've been trying to hide. So, once again, going back to that pride, he tries to hide the truth that you make him happy. So, he does know it. He knows it deep down inside, but he's just not good at actually confronting that. And I feel like that's, a common theme for most DMs. For most DMs, they're usually like that. Um, so yeah. But we'll see what else we have come through here. Strength. Your strength inspires him. So he sees you as a strong person, someone who has it together, someone who's confident and independent. So he definitely holds you in high regard. He sees you as someone that he would respect, which is probably why he doesn't treat you the way he does like the other girls that I know he associates himself with. And he's kind of like the ladies' man. And he's probably not a ladies' man with you because he knows that you're better than that, basically, is what it comes down to. And wild, nothing can tame a spirit like this. So, you make him feel wild and free. And, once again, I feel like it's like wild and happy, like wild happiness, if that makes any kind of sense. Like you bring out this crazy happiness inside of him that, nobody else can really do, which once again I feel like is why he treats you different from all the others, because they don't have the capability to bring those kinds of emotions out of him the way you do. Spot on, huh? Yep. Yes, I I understand that name too well. They're a tricky bunch. But let me get one more card for you and we'll take another one. And relaxed. Relaxed. I found peace again. Like I said, you bring him peace. Like you're like this peaceful place in his heart. So yeah, I mean these are all really good cards. So in terms of like how he's feeling about you and his energy towards you, it is good, it is positive. So anything that may come your way that may be like negative dealing with him, it's his own bullshit. It's not you. It's his own stuff that he needs to sort out for himself, is what it comes down to. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. Let me scroll back here. See who else has a question. Okay. Stormy, could you tell me a little about the new Gemini man that has entered my life? I'm a Virgo. Well, I can tell you this much. Those Geminis are a tricky bunch. And I would know because I have some experience with those Gemini men. My dad was a Gemini. He was a good guy, but there's another person in my life who's a Gemini and he's kind of frustrating. So, they are the twins. They can be kind of up and down, but let's see what's going on with this Gemini guy. So, for Stormy's Gemini man, what is going on with him? And Shadow is taking a big sigh right now. Let's see what she needs to know dealing with this Gemini man. What does Stormy need to know about this Gemini man? We're going to crack out the tarot for this one. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get here. Crazy cards. We got the Three of Pentacles. So it seems like he would like to work together with you. I don't know exactly how you met him, if maybe you met him through like a work situation or something, but he definitely seems like he would like to work together with you to like build something. I'm not exactly quite sure what it is he necessarily wants to build, if this is like a friendship or business thing or romantic thing he wants to build, but he would like to definitely build something with you. So, I mean, that's a positive thing. Yes, so those crazy Geminis. Let's see what else. Let's see what else is going on with this Gemini man. He wants to build with you. What would he like to build? What is it that he wants to build? What else is going on? Oh, we got like four that fell out here. Well, let's see what came out of these four because they're just like, here we are. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles. We got the King of Pentacles. So he definitely seems to be a solid guy, that's for sure, which is funny because usually Gemini men are not that solid being an air sign. But yeah, he seems to be a solid dude. He's got some grounded energy here that's coming through. So that's a positive thing. And we also have the Two of Swords. So there may be a decision that needs to be made dealing with him. Maybe this is kind of where his Gemini thing comes in, where it's kind of like, the twins, like he's kind of split half and half kind of a thing. So there could be a decision that needs to be made coming up with the situation. Either maybe you need to make a decision dealing with him or he needs to make a decision dealing with you. So, yeah, there's always crazy stories about Geminis, but I'm hoping that's not the case. I mean, I would take the King of Pentacles here as a good sign that maybe he's not so crazy simply because the King of Pentacles is a pretty solid dude. He's someone who has his finances together. He's someone who has a solid foundation, pretty stand-up guy. But there may be a decision that needs to be made here. And we also have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands indicates some struggles and some competition. So this could be some of that Gemini energy coming through here too, where maybe he doesn't know how to make some decisions, and it could be a real struggle for him in terms of competition and making those choices. So there's definitely some push and pull that's going on here. And we have the Moon, which indicates secrets and intuition at the same time. So I feel like, if anything, really get into your own intuition to figure out what is hidden underneath the situation dealing with him. Trust your own intuition for sure. But yeah, like I feel like if anything, you're gonna kind of be peeling an onion dealing with this guy because there's a lot of different layers here. I mean, we've got some decision making, we've got some struggles coming through, but yet we've got this grounded energy, and we've got someone who wants to work together here with you. So you may be in store for a little bit of a roller coaster, but I would say peel the onion, find out what's going on beneath the surface here. Just take it one day at a time, take it one step at a time. And who he is will really come through. So I hope that helps and makes sense. Just kind of take it one step at a time there. So yeah, that's kind of what I see going on there for you, Stormy. All righty. Let's see. Let me scroll back here. We got Stormy's question and okay, Jennifer, you would love a lovey-dovey reading. A lovey-dovey reading. Did you have like a specific question in mind with that, or you just want like an overall energy check or something with that? You are definitely my twin flame DJ. That's for sure. In case you guys didn't know, Jennifer is the twin flame DJ. She's always got some good songs up her sleeve to send your way dealing with your person. She blows me away with the stuff. And it's not just music, but it's like anything pop culture. It's like scenes from movies and TV shows. Like she is amazing with that stuff. But yes. Oh, you're welcome, Stormy. So like I said, I hope that helps. Just kind of buckle up. They're a roller coaster ride, those Geminis. That's for sure. They are a roller coaster ride. Okay. Let's see. Jennifer's not saying anything yet about the lovey-dovey reading, but I'll go ahead and start pulling some cards for you anyway. Let's see. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey. Let me get some lovey-dovey cards. Well, the best thing to go with for lovey-dovey is the journey of love, because that's lovey-dovey. Okay. Yes, the music and movies for sure, Robin. She is like off the hook with that stuff. It is awesome. Okay. Let's have a little bit of a love message. What does Jennifer need to know dealing with her situation, dealing with the love thing? Oh, here we go. Can you verify if he's astral projecting into my house? Oh, wow. It almost makes it sound like he's turned into a ghost. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm still going to go with the journey of love. We'll see what comes through either way. I don't know if it'll get that specific, but we'll find out. Whatever comes through comes through. Maybe is he like popping in your dreams and stuff? I mean, that could be the case too. So instead of like ghosting you in real life, it's like he's kind of like appearing as a ghost in your house. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay. Let's see what comes through here. Is he astral projecting, and what does Jennifer need to know? I can hear and smell him and keep feeling like I'm being watched. Yeah, that's annoying. You know what? I get that a lot when I'm in LA. Like, and I don't even mean that like dealing with my person. I just mean that just like in general. Like I always feel like people are watching me or something. But I think that's more of an LA problem. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I've felt like that for years when I've been there. It's really strange. Okay. Let's see. We got I can't find the right words. Speechless. So I'm assuming if I remember right, you said that you guys haven't really been talking very much or whatever. And it's really funny because you said I can hear him and smell him, but yet he's saying I can't find the right words. So it's very well possible he could be creeping around on you. Like I just got the craziest image in my head of like Edward Cullen in Twilight when he's getting into Bella's bedroom, and she's asleep, and this is before that she knows that he's crawling into the window and everything, and it's kind of creepy, but at the same time, it's this love story, and they're kind of like twin flames and everything too. So that's like the first thing that's coming to my mind right now is he's kind of being like Edward Cullen. He's like crawling into your window and watching you sleep at night. Which is funny. And I feel like it's because he doesn't have the right words. So he probably is doing that. He probably is creeping in. And it's because he doesn't know what to say. So he's got to find some way to like still connect with you and still communicate. And that may be the only way he can do it right now. Maybe the only way he can figure out how to deal with that. We also have dive into the depths with me, emotional changes. So if he's being quiet with you, like on a 3D sense, which if I remember right, I think he is. Yeah, ghosted me since he moved out. And that wasn't that long ago, right? Like he moved out, it was pretty recent, if I remember right. But yeah, since he's not talking, I think it's because he's going through these emotional changes. So in general, when anybody moves, that's like a big shift in your life. It's a big emotional change. And I feel like he's definitely feeling the changes and feeling the differences. No, yes, that Twilight crap. Yep, that Twilight crap for sure. You guys start sharing some Twilight clips in the group now because that's as like twin flame as it gets. But anyway, yeah, I feel like he's going through some emotional changes right now for sure because it is a big difference. Like he's not living under the same roof with you anymore. And that's going to definitely impact him. It's definitely going to affect him. It's affecting you. Like it's a big change for both of you guys. It kind of takes you into this place of separation. You don't necessarily have to be in separation, but it kind of puts you in this weird place of that. And I know that you guys also had that instance happen before he moved out. So I'm sure that kind of just feeds and fuels the emotional changes he's going through. Yeah, before Halloween. That wasn't that long ago. We also have reminded of you constantly synchronicity. So I know you've been getting a lot of synchronicities lately. He is too. Like this is the proof of it right there. So I don't know. this may be a mutual thing. I don't know if you're doing any astral thing, dealing with him, but maybe you are. Maybe you guys are doing it to each other because he's probably getting crazy reminders dealing with you too. So it never ends. It's like a circle. I need you to tell me what to do, dominating. So he's kind of at a loss right now. Like he doesn't know what to do, which is funny because we also have I can't find the right words. So he can't find the right words and he doesn't know what to do, which is why he's ghosting you, which is why he's not saying anything, and which is why the only thing he can do in the meantime is to creep in on you and do this astral projecting thing, basically. So, yeah, that's basically what he's doing right now. Let me get one more. Forgiveness. Please forgive me. So I feel like he feels bad about the fact that he has ghosted you, about the fact that he is quiet. So, he's not happy with himself, but that is kind of what it is. But hopefully, with the emotional changes he's going through, he's not going to stay like that forever. Like that's the one thing we can always count on in life, you guys, is change. If things are good, be grateful for it because eventually something unfortunately will probably go wrong. But if things are bad, that's going to change too, and that means something is bound to get better. So yes, indeed. So hopefully that helps. That makes sense. So look out for Edward Cullen. It also reminds me of like, oh, what is it? The Bed Intruder song? He's climbing in your windows, snatching your people up. You guys remember that crazy story? It was like 10 years ago or something. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll back here. See what's going on with the other questions. Okay, MJ, any advice from Spirit for you? Okay, let's just see what Spirit wants to say to you in general. We got kind of like a general thing here. What cards should I use for MJ? Let's see. You know what? In honor of Shadow, we're going to go with the Divine Dog. Yes, we're going to see what Spirit has to say. What does Spirit have to say? All right, bring it through. All right, God, let us know. What does MJ need to know? What does she need to know? Gonna get some puppy cards here. See what's going on. See what she needs to know. All right. And I'm going down the list, you guys. So if I haven't gotten to your question yet, I will for sure. Otherwise, feel free to chat amongst yourselves too. Like, that's totally cool. I hope you guys all had a good Thanksgiving and you're having a good holiday season and are staying safe, not getting involved with any crazy COVID crap going on out there, because it is definitely bananas. So, and I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to do this with you guys like all month long. So we'll see how it goes. It's pretty fun. And, if it goes well, I'll continue doing it in January. And like I said, you guys, if you're on Instagram or TikTok, I'm going to be doing these there too. TikTok Tuesdays, Thursdays, Instagram. So you got three opportunities to get free readings, like all month long, every single week. So that's pretty awesome. So think of your questions. Okay, I see more questions are coming in. I'm definitely going to get there. All right, MJ, let's see. What do you need to know? Creativity. Play your own song. So it seems like you definitely have a story to share, probably, and you probably just need to get creative and tap into those juices and express it. So, that could be anything. Like, there's so many ways to be creative. I don't know exactly what your way of creativity is, but there's music, there's writing, there's painting, there's drawing, there's, like arts and crafts and that kind of thing. So there's so many ways to be creative. So I feel like Spirit is definitely telling you to step out of the box and do something creative. It'll probably be good for your soul, good for your mind, all that other stuff. Shame, bad dog, no biscuit. Actually sounds like something I would need to say to my mom's dog because her dog is a little crazy. Anyway, so it's funny because with creativity, I don't know if maybe you have been feeling it all um like maybe you would find some kind of like shame or embarrassment maybe in getting a little bit more creative. Like I feel like you have like a lot inside of you that you could like get out and express to the world and share with the world. And maybe there's a part of you that feels a little bit of shame towards that, or maybe not necessarily shame, but maybe being shy about it, where you're like, I don't know if I'm really ready to, take a dive into the pool. Maybe I'll just stick my toe in there. But I feel like spirit's telling you, put more than your toe into that creativity pool. Don't be so scared. Don't be so skittish. I mean, even if you look at the dog here on this card, he's kind of like hiding behind, he's like, "Mm, hide me." So, um, yeah, so don't be afraid to shine, like that's the thing. We're all here for a reason. We all have gifts and talents and something to share with the world. So don't hide it, shine it. Oh, we also have tenderness, loving, gentle loving care. And I mean, I can definitely see this in you just in like your posts and the way I've seen you interact with other people. Like I know you have a good heart, and I know you care about other people and other people's well-beings, and you definitely keep others in your prayers and that kind of thing, and that makes such a huge difference. So takes just don't stop being that person. Don't stop being that person with a big heart who just loves on other people and cares about other people and prays for other people. So keep being this sweet and tender-hearted person that you are. It can be really hard, especially in this world in 2020, basically, to have a good heart and to be like a loving and caring person. It can be really hard to have a soft heart sometimes, but I feel like spirit's telling you to not stop being like that. Don't stop being that person, because it's a beautiful thing to be. And we have clarity right under your nose. So I feel like spirit is basically saying that the message that you're seeking from spirit, it is right under your nose. Like everything that you need, it's right there at your disposal. And I feel like it is tied in, especially here with this creativity. And I feel like the creativity and your tender heart here, they kind of go hand in hand together. So use all this love that you have in your heart and combine it with whatever it is that you enjoy, that you're good at, that makes you feel good, that brings out those creative juices. Put these two together, marry them, and you're going to see some like amazing things happen in your life. Like, I feel like it's going to be really healthy and good for you, and it's going to help others too. And it's just going to, you know, raise everybody up. So hopefully that makes sense. I think that's a really good message for sure. So, yes, indeedy. All right, let's see what else we got here. Scrolling back up so I don't miss any questions. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, we got MJ's question. Okay, Rachel. Hello, how is my DM feeling about me and this connection? Will we be together? Okay, Rachel Schmig. Rachel Schmig, we're going to see. How is he feeling and will you be together? Mm-mm-mm. All right, we're going to go back to some ocean of emotion because emotions are feelings. So let's find out. How is Rachel's DM feeling about her right now? And will they be together? Will they be together? This is so weird. It's like so weird doing this live, doing this reading at my mom's. It's so strange to me, you guys. Seriously, it's so weird. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the message, MJ. Definitely. Okay. Let's see. All right, Rachel, let's see what comes through. Let's see what's going on with him. How is he feeling? How is he feeling? How is Rachel's DM feeling right now about her? What's going on there? All right. First card that comes out. Ooh. You make me feel things I can't even describe. Passion. So, yeah, someone's feeling a little horny. That's what I take it as. So he definitely has passion for you. He has desire for you. He definitely sees you as someone who is very attractive and someone he's magnetically drawn to, which makes sense. I mean, that's usually how those DMs are. So that's a good thing. We also have nervous. My anxiety is worse than ever before. I'm constantly worried and insecure. So I also feel like he may find you so appealing and so attractive that it makes him nervous. And I mean, I think we've all been there before, if there's someone that we're really interested in, there's someone that we're really into, and it's like, we don't know how to act around that person. We don't know how to behave. We, fumble over our words. We're just like a hot mess, don't know how to function. So, um, so yeah, I think you definitely give him that. You give him like such big butterflies in his stomach that they're basically bats. And then he's just like nervous as all hell and doesn't know what to do with himself. And we have tired. I'm exhausted and drained mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I don't feel like he's tired when it comes to like you, but he may have other things going on in his life right now that could be overwhelming. And I feel like, if anything, the way your connection would probably tie into it is, these connections can be very overwhelming. They can be emotionally draining just from the perspective of how strong they are. And I think if you throw that on top of anything else that he may be dealing with right now in his regular everyday life, he probably just feels overwhelmed and exhausted right now, just in general. Like I said, I don't feel like that's like all you. I feel like that's just life and you on top of that. Guilty, riddled with guilt and shame. So he's definitely dealing with some stuff. I don't know if you guys have had like any problems in the past where he's hurt you at all over something, but if you have been hurt by him, he probably feels guilty about it. Otherwise, I would say this may be more so tied to his past. Something dealing with his past that he's just carrying around. We all carry some kind of emotional baggage, which is funny. Like one of my one of my travel sweatshirts that I actually have here with me right now. I'm not wearing it tonight, but it actually says on it, "More baggage than LAX," and it's true because we all carry around some kind of emotional baggage. So he's definitely carrying something around, which is not good. And unstable. I'm walking a thin line between okay and being a complete mess. Um, which makes sense because if he's tired and he's feeling guilty and he's feeling nervous, none of these things necessarily say, "Hey, I'm stable." Like, I feel like he feels good about you, but then he's kind of a mess about like himself and how to handle this whole situation. Focus. I know what I want and I can't stop until I have it. So I feel like he does want something with you, but with all this other energy of feeling tired and nervous and unstable and everything, once again, he's kind of directionless. It's like he has focus, he knows what he wants, but he doesn't know how to get there. So he knows the location, but he has zero GPS. He has no map. He has no route, that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, let me see about if you guys will be together. Let me get the tarot for that. We'll find out. Will they be together? Will he get through this messiness? Like, his emotions are kind of like all over the place, but I feel like they're good towards you. He's just kind of a mess all over the place in general. So he could have other factors in his life that could be kind of crashing down on him, affecting how he's feeling too, which is usually a thing. Let's see here. All right, will they be together? Will they be together? Will Rachel and her DM be together? Find union. All right, we've got judgment. So I do feel like you guys will wind up figuring this out. You will wind up working it out because really when I look at the judgment card, I kind of see like this big unicorn here in the sky with the trumpet. I really kind of see it as like God basically. And when the trumpet blows, when the trumpet sounds off, it's like that's the final judgment call. God has the final say in this. And I feel like that's really ultimately the answer. And not just for you, Rachel, but I think that's the answer really for all of us is at the end of the day, God is the one who has the final call when it comes to these relationships, when it comes to these connections. Um, because we don't have the control. We really don't. At the end of the day, it's God who has the control. And the best thing that we can do for our own peace and for our own selves is to surrender. And I feel like a lot of people get really confused about um about what surrender means. Like a lot of people automatically think, oh, well, thank you, I just saw Jennifer's, comment there, like, "Oh, you're so comfortable on camera." Well, thank you. That's kind of always been my thing. That's a different story, though. Anyways, getting back to surrender, um, so yeah, I feel like a lot of people confuse the whole surrender thing with like, oh, if I have to surrender my DM or I have to surrender my twin, my situation, whatever it is, that means I'm giving up on them. That's not what that means. Surrender means you're handing over the struggle, you're handing over the control, you're handing over really the bad stuff, like all the things that make you feel bad and bring you down about it. Like instead, just kind of sit there and enjoy it. Like instead, be thankful that you have somebody to care about. Be thankful that you have somebody that you have this unconditional love with, because a lot of people don't have that. So instead, the more grateful and thankful you are, the easier it is to surrender, and you're not giving up on your person. You're giving up the pain that's attached to your person. That's what surrender is, at least to me. And then if you surrender, then that allows God to do his thing here and to toot the horn and do that final judgment call, because he's going to say when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. He's the writer. We are the actors in the show. Basically, we are the actors. God is the one who is the writer. He's the director. We just got to read our script, follow our lines, and play the part. So but let me see if anything. I just went on a total tangent. I don't know why, but maybe more than one person needed to hear that. If nothing else, I know I needed to hear that, because that's basically been my theme ever since I've gotten back to Chicago. I've just been surrender, surrender, surrender. And it's working so far. So I'm going to keep doing that. We also have the Eight of Swords that came out for you. And the Eight of Swords is kind of what I was just talking about with the whole like control thing and not surrendering, basically, because this unicorn is trapped in all these swords here and is wearing a blindfold. And the thing is, this unicorn could easily just walk its happy ass out of these swords and move on with its life and have a great life and do great things, but it's choosing to stay stuck like this. And that's not surrendering. This is not what surrendering looks like. This is trying to take control of the situation. This is, yeah, just like I said, trying to have control over the situation. So I feel like that's the big key here for you is like, if you guys are going to come back together, then you're going to need to, surrender. Like I feel like it's going to happen a lot faster if you just surrender and not try to control when and how and where and all these other things. And we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about waiting for your ships to come in. It's about, it's about the fact that you've already planted the seeds and you're waiting for the harvest, basically. So I feel like you've done that, and continue doing that. Continue sowing seeds. And sowing seeds is like praying for your person and being good to other people, helping your fellow man. That's what, sowing your seeds is. And then it's like surrender, sit back, relax. And, if he's the ship and you're waiting for the ship to come in, let him come to you. let him come straight to your direction. So I do believe you guys can work this out and can come together, but it's going to take work on, both of your ends. You guys both have to do your parts. And I feel like, especially for you, the biggest thing that you can do is to just surrender. It's cliche as can be. And I hate this phrase just as much as the next person does, but let go, let God. And unfortunately, it's true. So, yes. Okay. Let me scroll back up here and see where we're at with questions. I hope that made sense for you, Rachel. Okay. Okay. Arian, I want to know what my spirit guides have to tell me. Thanks. All right. We kind of have like another spirit related question here. We're going to go with moonology for this one. I like to try and mix it up here and bring in whatever decks I can. And my mom totally just sneezed. I just heard her sneezing out there. That's another thing I'm trying to get used to is doing readings with her around, because I'm so not used to doing readings with anyone around aside from Shadow. And, Shadow. Bless you, Mom. She did it again. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back to that question really quick just so I know where I'm at. Okay, yeah. Arian, what do your spirit guides have to tell you? So, okay, what do Arian's spirit guides want them to know? Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Bless you a third time. Oh my gosh. She has allergies, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on out there. I'm positive if her dog starts barking, you guys are going to hear that, because, I could be in California right now and I would hear her dog. Her dog is so loud. And her dog used to live with me because I adopted her dog for her and then brought her clear across the country to her. But that's a different story. Okay. All right. So your spirit guides have to say, what do you need to release? Waning moon. So I think it's really funny that your question has been answered with a question. So, yeah, I think that they definitely want you to release whatever it is that's negative, anything that's toxic, anything that's holding you back, anything that is a mental stronghold in your life that is not benefiting you. It could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a mindset, whatever it is that resonates with you, but there's something in your life that you probably need to release. I find most of the time it's usually mindsets that need to be let go of, because, anything else that happens in our life, whether it's with other people or with our jobs or whatever the case may be, it all starts right here in the good old noggin. So, yeah, they want to know, what is it that you need to release? So they're answering your question with a question. And we have, you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. So maybe that's what one of those things are that you need to release. Maybe you need to release some self-doubt. Maybe you need to release some insecurities, and maybe there's some low self-esteem that needs to be let go of, and you need to realize your worth and your value. So they're reminding you that you are good enough. Whatever it is that you want to do in your life, you can do it. You can accomplish it. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're alive, as long as you're here on this planet, you're here for a reason. There's a purpose for you. So, you are good enough. It's similar to like what I was telling MJ earlier. I was telling her, she's got to shine, and you got something here on this planet that you need to let out and shine into the world too. So you are good enough. And a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. So there could be some love in the forecast for you. So I don't know exactly what your situation is dealing with you in love. If you're single and you're looking for a new person, or you're like dealing with a person, twin flame related or whatever. But there's a new cycle approaching. So it could be either like new love is coming in your direction, or a new chapter with your person is going to begin. So there could be something like new and amazing starting for you with that. So that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I've been going through a tough time recently. I get it. It's 2020. We're all going through a tough time. That's for sure. I'm hoping 2021 will be better, but I think it's really cool. We have that Christmas star that's coming up on the 21st. So I'm hoping that that is like something good for all of us. I think we all need that right now. I mean, no more like crazy toilet paper runs and you know, presidents who won't stop tweeting and stuff like that. Like, enough of this year, please. We also have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So there are better days ahead, which is funny. I was literally just talking about how 2020 sucks. Um, but maybe this means, yes, 2021 is going to get better. So prosperity lies ahead. The tough time that you're going through right now is temporary. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So I think it's really funny. The first card that you got said, "What do you need to release?" So you got your question and your answer at the same time. What do you need to release? You need to release negativity. So anywhere there's negativity, you need to release it. And like I said, I feel like usually this starts in the mind. It's usually our mindsets that can get pretty negative. So release any of that for sure. It doesn't do you or anyone else any good. And we have nothing will come of the situation, void course moon. So I feel like this basically implies anything that you're worrying about or stressing about and kind of, making it in your mind like, oh, this horrible thing is going to happen, or this is going to not end well, this is going to end poorly. I don't think that's the case. I think things are going to work out. Things are going to resolve in a peaceful way. Things are going to resolve in a positive way. So I feel like the nothing will come of the situation part is like nothing negative is going to wind up coming about. Like your fears are more powerful in your mind than what's actually going to happen outside of your mind. And that's totally true. Like for example, I had all this crazy dental work all month long in November. And probably, and I mean, it still wasn't fun. I'm not going to lie about that. Like, it wasn't fun. But um, I feel like me getting so wound up and upset about it was more in my head than what actually happened when I went to the dentist office and then they were doing the stuff that they needed to do. Like, it turned out okay. And now, like, all my teeth are perfectly healthy and good, and I can eat like a normal person again. So half the battle is in the mind, you guys. Battlefield of the mind. And yeah, if you guys are not familiar with the book Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer, check it out because it's all about spiritual warfare, and it's all about, like, basically what I just said, the battle that goes on in your mind. So, any of you guys, if you're struggling with negative thoughts, negative thinking, definitely check it out because it may help you. So yeah, that's what I got for you. So you're welcome. I'm glad that that was helpful. So, hang in there. Keep fighting for sure. Good. I'm glad it made sense, Rachel. I never know half the time if what I'm saying makes sense. I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm feeling. This is what the card says. This is what I'm feeling. This is what's coming out of my mouth. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, sorry. Okay. Anyway, let me scroll back up, see who's next. Da, 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 da. Scrolling back up. Where am I here? I cannot find my place. Okay, there. I just found. Okay. KB, will Jay contact me in the future? Is he the one God intended for me? Okay. So for KB, what shall I use for these questions? Let's go with the tarot. We'll just go with the tarot on this one. So, will he contact you, and is he the one God intended? Okay, so for KB, Will J, I think you said, yeah, J. Will J contact KB? It's like all just like letters, like initials. Will J contact KB in the near future? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what we got here. All right. Will he contact her? Okay, first card out, we've got the Seven of Cups. So I feel like he's trying to make a decision about if he will contact you or not. Yeah, oh yeah, I totally get that. Needing to be safe online for sure. I mean, that's why a lot of people say, my DM or my twin or whatever the case may be. But yeah, the Seven of Cups it can be about illusions, but it can also be about like trying to make a decision. And if you look at this card, this unicorn is looking at all these different cups, and there's something different in every single cup. And it's like this unicorn does not know what cup it wants to choose. It can't decide, it can't pick. So that's probably where he's at right now. Like, he doesn't know if he should contact you or not. He probably has many different options as to go about it. He's probably thinking, like, oh, well, if I don't, you know, is she going to be mad at me if I don't contact her? But if I do contact her, maybe she'll be mad at me because, of X, Y, and Z, whatever it is that maybe he did. But yeah, like he has a lot of different options here trying to figure it out. He could be like, well, gee, if I do reach out to her, should I text her? Should I call her? Should I email her? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I hit her up on social media? Should I, send her a Snapchat or something? He's probably thinking all these different ideas. Like, even if he does want to contact you, it's like, how do I do it? What's the best way to do it? How's the best way to say it? So I feel like he's got a little bit of illusions going on here as to when, how, where, all the other stuff to do it. So he's undecided as of right now. But we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is usually about a passionate new beginning. So I feel like when he does, it's going to come through with a lot of passion. It can also indicate a one-night stand. So I would definitely be careful of that he may just kind of like come in and, he may kind of come in like all suave and like, hey, I miss you. Like, you want to do this, you want to do that, but then he gets what he wants, and then he's out of there again. So you may want to be careful of that. And if he does do that, it could be because he's so busy over here trying to make the right decision. He's just like, well, I'll just decide to do that because that's the easiest thing to do, and that's what I'm most comfortable with. They usually don't step out of their comfort zone unless they really have to. And the only way they're going to do that is if we put down our boundaries and say, now look here, dude, this is the deal. We also have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords, he can be pretty icy. He can be pretty cold, which could be another reason why he's not like coming forward and why he's not like saying anything as of right now. But at the same time, the King of Swords, he speaks his truth. Like, he's very intellectual. He's very much so in his head. So he definitely speaks his truth, but it may not come across with the most tact. It's like listening to Simon Cowell, if that makes any sense. He's just gonna say his opinion, and there's not gonna be any soft-heartedness behind it. It's like, this is the deal. This is the story. Yeah, boundaries. I get it. Boundaries, it can be difficult because it's like, sometimes it's like we take one look at them and they just come in and they say the right thing here with that passion. And it's like we suddenly get weak in the knees and we're like, okay, I forgive you. I still love you. Like, you're the most wonderful person on the planet. I get it. It's annoying, but that's on us, on our part, where we're just like, okay, don't get caught up in our own butterflies. Don't go to Gaga land, remember more than that. But yeah, he could kind of be like a little bit of the Ice King here too. So, and I feel like between the hot of the wands and the cold with the swords, hot and cold, that kind of goes back here to these Seven of Cups here with not knowing what to do. He's hot and he's cold. He's kind of all over the place. He's not able to make a decision. We need some pentacles here is what we need, because pentacles are going to be stable and solid, secure. That's what we need. And we have the devil. So we've got some temptation energy going on. And I feel like, once again, the devil is kind of tied in here with the Ace of Swords, because, the devil can be that temptation energy. Like, you're tempted to, have that one night stand and, have that passion and everything. But, the devil can be pretty toxic at the same time. And the devil may not necessarily be like staying stable and staying with it. So if he does come your way, he may not be ready to present stability yet to you. He may just want to like come in, do his thing, and get out, which is where those boundaries come in, obviously. Last time we were together, I messed up and let him walk all over my boundaries. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. So, and that's the thing too. If you establish your boundaries, if you, I don't want to say like put the walls up, like don't let him in at all. But if you establish some boundaries, you're going to be taking some of these cups away from him, basically. And if he has fewer cups to choose from, he's going to have less choices as to how to go about things with you and how to handle things with you. And then he's going to be like, oh, I can really only do it this way or that way. I can't, try and finagle my way around things here. And we have the King of Cups. So he does have a lot of emotion towards you. He does have a lot of like love in his heart for you. But yeah, he's got some stuff to work on. Let's see if he's the one that God sent for you, because you did ask that too. So let me double check on that really quick. Is Jay the one that God sent to KB? Is he the one? Let's find out. Okay. We have got the Page of Cups, which is so funny because we literally just had the King of Cups. So we got some cups coming in here, some love. So, the Page of Cups is all about like bringing in that authentic love offer. It's all about, at least some kind of step of acknowledging like, hey, I think you're pretty cool. I care about you, kind of a thing. And if anything, maybe this is going to show his transformation, that he may be a page right now, but one day he's going to evolve to a king. He's going to evolve to that King of Cups, basically, where he can bring you that emotional fulfillment. But I feel like he's just kind of in the beginning stages of this right now, because he does have a lot of stuff to figure out. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like he looks at you as the Queen of Pentacles. He looks at you as someone who's stable and down to earth and nurturing and loving and just an overall all around solid person. So, that's a good thing. Like, he views you in a good light for sure. And I feel like he should just continue to see you like this, because, the Queen of Pentacles is not somebody who is going to let someone walk all over their boundaries. That's for sure. Like, she's a queen. And she's grounded. They don't just get like caught up and swept up into stuff. And we have the Three of Swords. So I don't feel like this is saying that you guys can't be together or that he's not the one. But I do feel like that this card is saying that there's going to be some heartache to overcome in this situation, which makes sense given the track record here of what's already come through. And you did say that you let him walk all over your boundaries. So I feel like when you don't put your boundaries up, when you don't establish those, when you allow him to walk all over you, this is going to be the result that you get. And this is going to be the result that you get with anybody in your life that you allow them to do that to you with. It doesn't matter whether it's a guy or whether it's a friend or family member. We're setting ourselves up for heartache when we don't establish good, healthy boundaries with anybody in our lives. So I I feel like you guys can have something here, but you're going to have to put those boundaries up here and not allow him to walk all over you anymore, and just take it one day at a time. Take away his options. See how he reacts. You know, if you take away his options, then you're going to see if he's really going to step up into that king of cups there, be the king of cups to your queen of pentacles. So hopefully that helps and makes sense. But let me scroll back here and see who is next. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Oops, I scrolled too far back. Okay. It's so funny. Every time I'm scrolling back, I always, all of a sudden, like, I see Jennifer's large text there of, no, yes, that Twilight crap. Oh my God. Every time it cracks me up. Okay. All right. KB, we got yours. Okay. Alyssa Picasso, I need some advice. I have 3 guys on my mind. Wow. That's not a love triangle. That's like a square. Okay. One's a new guy and an ex, and a current ex that's not in communication. Will me and my ex reconcile, or wait, there's more to the question? Hold on. Let me see. Alyssa, where's the rest of your question? I don't think there's more to the question. I think you got cut off. Okay. I'm going to try and address this question from what you gave me, at least. Okay. So let me get this straight. 3 guys, there's a new guy and 2 exes. Well, obviously one must be more current and one is older. Will me and my ex reconcile? Which ex are you asking that you want to reconcile with? The newer one or the older one? I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm just going to ask the question and we'll see what comes through. It's kind of a long question and you got cut off. So, okay. Alyssa and her gaggle of men. Let's see what comes through. Okay. All right. For Alyssa and the 3 guys she has in mind, I'm just going to ask for each guy individually and we'll see what comes through. So let's go with new guy, the newest one, new guy number 1 for Alyssa. What does she need to know? That's how I'm going to take this question because it got cut off. So should you move on from which guy? Which ex? Because I just want to make sure I'm answering the question right, because it's definitely a loaded question, especially with so many people being involved. The newer one. So do you mean, so not the ex, like the new guy, just to verify? I just want to make sure I'm answering this right. Should she move on? Should Alyssa move on? Well, let's see what comes through. You know, I don't necessarily need to know who the guy is. God knows who the guy is. You know who the guy is, and however it comes out is how it's meant to be. So, should she move on? Let's say that. Should she move on? Come on, you cards, do your thing. Should she move on? Okay. We've got I'm sorry. This card is really funny given your question. You have 3 guys and you have the 3 of cups. I think this is really funny because, like, literally the first thing I'm seeing in my head right now is, here are the 3 guys. All 3 guys. It's like they're toasting to you. That's really funny. The 3 of cups can, it can indicate a third party situation. Yeah, it's like the dating game. I'm like, wait, who are we talking about? It's like, this is like the Bachelorette Tarot edition. U and D. Okay. Okay, well, we got the 3 of cups here. It's okay. It's not the question that's the issue. I think it's just because it's complicated. I think it's just because there's a lot of people involved in it. So it's not like the average, oh, me and my DM or something like that. It's like, here's a group of people I'd like to know about. um, so yeah, we have the 3 of cups here, which if anything, I feel like this indicates all of your different options is what it comes down to because you are talking about 3 different guys. So I feel like this if anything this card basically symbolizes that you have like this huge situation going on that you're basically like the bachelorette as of the moment. Um Bachelor number 2, if you were to be the love of my life. Jennifer, you are awesome. Thank you for the humor. It's so funny. Okay. Let me rephrase this then just so we got the right question here for you. Um, will D and Alyssa reconcile or move or should she move on? Okay. That makes it a little bit less complicated. So, yeah, I mean, if it's a long and crazy question like that, sometimes those are better for private readings, just because then if there's like a backstory or something, or a lot of people that are involved in it, it's kind of better to be just like, hey, here's my whole big paragraph of what I need to say. And God knows I've done that like a million times. I've been like, so here's my life story. Now tell me what I need to know. Like I'm always like that. I'm never like the simple question person. Like, what is he thinking? The end. I'm never like that. Um, so yeah, I get it. There can be crazy, complicated situations. Okay, let's see. D and Alyssa, should she move on or will they reconcile? Let's see what we get. We have the King of Pentacles. So it seems like this D guy, he either is the King of Pentacles or he's going to be rising into a King of Pentacles place, which is a good thing. I mean, the King of Pentacles, he's stable, he's secure, he's reliable. He's the dude you want to settle down with and like have a family with and establish a good life with basically. So, as of right now, if this is where he's headed or if this is where he is right now, I would say reconcile, not move on or whatever. And if you're having questions about if you should reconcile or move on, I'm assuming he's probably not this yet, but he has the potential to get there. Okay, let me shuffle a little bit more because we're kind of getting a little bit of similar cards coming out here. Just want to make sure we're all shuffled good. All right, we got the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is about, balancing back and forth, trying to make a decision, which I feel like, if anything, is you in the situation because you are kind of like, should I move on? Should we reconcile? I have these 3 men. Which one do I want? So I feel like, if anything, this is kind of like you coming through in the situation because you have so many different options and you don't know what to choose. You don't know who to choose. You don't know whether to stay or whether to go. So it's kind of funny. Most of the time, it's like the guys who are like not knowing what to do. But I feel like in this situation, it's kind of like you're the person who is a little bit of a hot mess in terms of like, I don't know what to do. Like, I have so many options. I don't know what to think. We also have death. So I do feel like there needs to be an ending here, at least with somebody or something. And considering you have these 3 guys in mind, I feel like in order to reconcile or to, establish a new path with any of these guys, in order to, have a future with any of them, to build a future with any of them, to build a future with the King of Pentacles being, D here, you got to kind of let these other situations die, basically, because you can only have rebirth, you can only have life again if something passes. So something definitely needs to come to an end, which, like I said, I feel like is this, all these guys. So you're going to have to do some eliminating. You're going to have to if this is the Bachelorette, you're going to have to send some people home, only give a rose to one guy. And we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is about, crossing the waters here, going from point A to point B. It's kind of indicating this journey or whatever. So, you just need to get in your boat and make that journey. I think it's basically saying it's time to stop sitting here trying to make decisions, trying to balance between your three unicorn men, and get into this boat and start like crossing the waters towards what it is that you want. If you want to reconcile with D, if that's where your heart is at, then go get him. Go get your boy. Go reconcile. Go be with him. Um so yeah. And we have the Hermit. And finally, with the Hermit, I feel like, if anything, this card is basically saying if you're unsure about any of this, the best thing for you to do is take that time, go within, spend some time in prayer. Um, you know, Ultimately, all the answers that you need is deep within yourself. Um, Trust your intuition, trust your gut feelings on things. If something doesn't feel right to you, trust it. If it does feel right to you, trust it. So, yeah, if you're unsure about any of this before you hop in that boat and cross those waters, just spend some time, reflect, pray, and you'll definitely get that confidence that you need in order to go forward with what you need to do. So, hopefully that makes sense, especially with all the men that are involved in that equation. But yeah, I do think that D he's a stand-up guy, with that Ten of Pentacles that came through. But it's kind of up to you. Do you want to be with him? Do you want to be with one of those other guys? It's up to you. Okay, scrolling back again. Okay. Okay, blue-eyed dragon. Oh, you were commenting to Jennifer on that. I thought it was a question, but if you do have a question, let me see if it pops up here. Oh, there we go. You would love, in general, a message from spirit. Okay. COVID hit your house. Oh my gosh. COVID hit your house, so Thanksgiving was a grateful one for our family and not to lose a member. Well, that's good. So I'm assuming everyone's recovered. And I mean, especially with how crazy everything is over there right now. Like I said, I keep thinking about all the crazy rules that are in place right now in California with the whole, oh, everyone stay at home, but you can go get your nails done. Like, seriously, California, what's wrong with you? Okay. General, still in the process. Okay. Well, you know, stay at home. Don't go get your nails done, even though you can, because California's weird. Okay. Anyways, let's get that general message here. What shall I use? What shall I use for that? You know what? We are going to go back to, yeah, we're going to go back to the divine dog because I like the doggies. And my doggie is still sitting here snoring away next to me. Contactless groceries is all we have done. Well, that's good at least. I mean, contactless anything is the way we should be doing today. I can't believe I actually went to the mall earlier today, you guys, and I waited in line to get $10 3-wick candles at Bath and Body Works, but everyone was social distanced, everybody was wearing masks. So, I mean, it was okay. I felt pretty safe. Like, it was fine. Everyone was being responsible. And I got like 3 candles that are normally $24 a piece, and I got them for $26. So that's pretty crazy. So yeah, I love Bath and Body Works candles. They're amazing. Bath and Body Works everything. So good. Always down for a good deal. That, and I took advantage of Bridget's Thanksgiving, Black Friday deals and stuff too. So I have some new decks that are going to be coming soon, which is definitely going to help too. So I got the divine time, so I'll have some timing decks coming in, which will be helpful for anyone who has timing related questions. And I also got tantric twin. So if you guys want some like 18 plus stuff coming up, I'll be able to do that too. So that's always a good thing. So, all right. Anyway, yes, Bath and Body Works is amazing. Okay. So, general message here for Blue Eyed Dragon. Let's see what comes through. All right. So, from the Divine Dog, we have purpose. Follow your path. So, yeah, I mean, similar message to what I've told other people when they have asked for, like, what spirit wants them to know in general. We're all here for a reason. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're alive, you have a purpose. Clearly you're alive, and thankfully, especially considering you guys did actually deal with COVID. But you're still here, which is a testament in itself. Sometimes it's like we can go through like the hardest of stuff, and sometimes it can feel like we have accomplished absolutely nothing. But somehow just standing here, just being alive in itself is a testament in itself. It's like, I'm okay and I'm on my way. So you definitely have a purpose. Follow your path. Joker, things are never as they seem. Interesting. So you could be dealing maybe with some illusions around you right now. Maybe there's some kind of thought pattern or something like that that has you tripped up. And it's funny because, looking at this card, we have the prairie dog and it has a leash on its neck. And, you never see prairie dogs with a leash on it in the wild, obviously. So, in a sense, it's like I almost kind of get from that. It's like, don't put a leash on yourself. Don't put constraints on yourself, which I feel like kind of goes hand in hand with this purpose card of following your path. Like, if you're following your path and you're doing your own thing, you're free to roam. Like, look at the dog on this card. It's free. It's out there in like nature and stuff, carving its own path. This one can't carve its own path because it's weighed down. It's like the leash is like a weight of some sort. So if you have any kind of, negative thought pattern, any kind of stuff that's holding you back at all, you got to let go of that. Don't let yourself to be like leashed into anything. Because even if you think that, it's like, oh, I should just keep doing this because of X, Y, and Z, whatever the excuse is. Those are the things that are never what they seem. Like, you shouldn't just, be doing something because it's what everybody else is doing, or, it seems like the right thing to do, or it seems like a good thing to do. You got to do what you got to do for you first and foremost, which is where you're going to, find your purpose here. And lust. Gotta have it. Wow. Okay. I definitely have many of those testimonial moments. Yep, we sure all do. So yeah, lust, I gotta have it. So yeah, I and it's funny because we kind of have like the leash thing going on here too. Like, this dog, it wants to get to this dog, but it can't because it's restrained by this leash. Just like this prairie dog here is wearing a leash. So we have a weird leash theme going on here. So I feel like you're kind of like constraining yourself with something here. And maybe it's about something that you're desiring heavily. Like, maybe there's something in your life that you're desiring so much, like you gotta have it so much that you're actually letting it hinder you rather than be a good thing. And whatever this thing is that you really, really want, that you really want to have come through and happen, it's not that you can't have it. It's not that you can't do it. It's not that God doesn't want you to have it, but it's just, anything that in our minds we make bigger to be than God, that we make bigger to be than spirit, um, it's going to complicate things and we're not going to be able to get to that. We kind of have to back off and let go of the restraints here. Like it's okay if you want to have something, but you can't like want it, want it, want it, want it, want it, want it, want it so bad that it becomes a problem, basically. So I feel like there's a little bit of tension here that needs to be let go of. Leading is step out in front, and which is funny because we have more leashes. Like every single one of these cards have leashes in them, except for follow your path, with the purpose thing. Kind of like take it and hand the idea over to God and trust him with it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Like, um, and that's the thing too, like not to get all like biblical on you guys or anything, but it's like in the Bible, they always say, do not have any other idols before God. And, like our desires, our dreams, our passions can be idols, and we can wind up putting those things before God. And we shouldn't really do that. Like our relationship with our creator, our relationship with God should be the thing that should really be number one. And it's not that he doesn't want us to live our dreams. It's not that he doesn't want us to have nice things or to be with the people that we love or anything like that. Like he does want those things, but he wants to be number one. He wants to get the credit for those things because he's the one who's going to make that happen, not us. So yeah, anyways, but with leading, stepping out in front, that kind of goes hand in hand with your purpose, following your path. But it's funny because I just keep looking at these leashes here. Don't restrain yourself though. But I feel like the leashes on these dogs are a little bit different because, they're being guided in some kind of direction. They're being led to like, mush, lead the way, go the way. So, yeah, it's really kind of like a one day at a time kind of thing. So, uh, yeah, follow that passion, follow that path, follow whatever it is you want to do, but don't let it consume you. Don't let it become the end all say all. You do your part, like God do the rest, kind of a thing. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier with the whole surrendering thing. Because surrender doesn't just come down to twin flames. It doesn't just come down to love situations. You could have like a career goal in mind, and there could be stuff there that you need to surrender. Or maybe there's a fitness goal you have in mind, and there could be certain things there that you need to surrender, like expectations that you put on yourself. So anything that becomes a struggle in our lives, whether it's dealing with a person or something else, we have to let go and we have to surrender the struggle that comes attached to it. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me see what else is going on here. Scroll back up. Okay. Alrighty. Just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Going back to that ghosting thing, the ghost in the house. Twilight. Ah. Okay. Okay, Trisha Listic. Should I make a move or let him do it? Well, I could tell you intuitively right away without even looking at cards dealing with that answer, but I will see what the cards say first and see if it matches what's going on up here in my head. But okay, so Trisha Listic, should she make a move or should she let him make a move? Who should make the move first, him or her? Let's see. Let's see what happens here for Trisha Listic. Should she make a move or should he make a move? Who's making the moves? I know it can be so confusing too. And then it's like, even if you do make a move, it's like, did I say too much? Did I say the right thing? Like, I swear, relationships are so complicated. And it's funny because men are complicated, but yet at the same time, they're so simple. It's very confusing. Okay. Anyway, we've got, I feel like I grabbed 2 cards, but I only grabbed 1. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, which is definitely like a new beginning in love. So that's a positive thing. It doesn't necessarily say who's making the move yet, but there's definitely a new beginning of love that's available here. Let's see who's making the move though. Like, is it you? Is it him? I don't know. We have the 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands to me is basically about like a parade. It's like a celebration pretty much. These unicorns, they're holding their wands and they got their little crowns on here, and um they have like these little wreaths and everything. So it's a celebration, which I feel like does kind of go hand in hand here with the Ace of Cups. A new beginning in love is something to celebrate. It is a celebration. This could indicate forward movement, a parade moves forward. Let me see if that's supposed to be you or him, though. We have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is, she's very intuitive. She knows everything that's going on with everybody else, but she doesn't let everybody else know what's going on with her. So she's a little reserved. She's not someone who puts everything on blast, like on social media. It's not like, she hops onto Facebook and she's just like, I ate a tuna sandwich today, you guys. What did you do? She doesn't do that. She doesn't put all of her news on blast. She lets people wonder and be curious about her. So I feel like if anything, you kind of need to be like the High Priestess here. Let him wonder about you. Let him be curious about you. There's something to be said about a little bit of mystery and everything. And even when it comes down to like for example, like clothing, for example, sometimes it's more provocative to like wear something that's, like low cut, and it's like there's some cleavage, but it's not like your boobs are hanging out. You're not showing your boobs. But the good thing about that is it's like, yeah, here's my cleavage. You can see that, but you can still wonder what the rest looks like because you can't see the rest. And it's like, that's kind of how the High Priestess is. So it's okay to let him wonder. So I feel like, especially with the 6 of Wands and the High Priestess, it's kind of like a mixture. I feel like if anything, it's basically saying that you can talk to him. I'm not saying don't talk to him. Like the 6 of Wands being a parade is like forward movement. So I feel like you can move forward towards him. You can like start a conversation if you want to, but I wouldn't like outright like ask him out kind of a thing. Allow him to be the one to ask you out, but you could be the one to maybe initiate conversation. It's like you can move forward towards him and be just like, hey, how's it going? That kind of thing or whatever. And then leave the ball in his court from there and tap into that High Priestess and let him wonder about you and let him wonder about that mystique behind you and make him curious enough to the point where he can respond, basically coming back saying like, yeah, what are you doing on Friday night or whatever? Like, do you want to hang out? Do you want to go do this? Do you want to go do that? So it's a little bit of both. I feel like it leaves him to do most of the work, but you can at least open the door for him to do that work. So we also have the Chariot. The Chariot is also forward movement. It's also about overcoming uh competitors and that kind of thing. I don't know if there is like any third party thing or anything like that. There doesn't have to be, but it's basically just like, forward movement. So there definitely can be forward movement here. So I would say, it's okay to talk to him, but don't don't be like the overly attached girlfriend and just like latch on to him kind of a thing. Like talk to him, but treat him like a normal person, like it's okay. Like just go with the flow kind of a thing, but don't let too much out, let him wonder, let him, crave you, let him want you a little bit. So, um, yeah. And we also have the Eight of Swords, which came out earlier, I know, for somebody else. The Eight of Swords is all about like that mental imprisonment thing. So I feel like, if anything, this is basically saying not to overthink it, because this could be that overthinking energy where you're just like imprisoning yourself. And um, it's very easy. All you got to do is walk through those swords, uh, take the not bandana, I don't know, whatever the thing is on his eyes. Take the thing off and walk through the swords there and go forward. Yeah, just be casual. Exactly, be casual. Like, it's nothing to overthink is what it comes down to. Just go with the flow. It really is. It's a matter of going with the flow here. And we also have the Magician. The Magician is all about um, manifesting your own life, basically. The Magician has all the tools at his disposal to create the life that he wants. We've got a sword, we've got a wand, we've got a pentacle, we've got a cup. So, he's got all the tools. He can create whatever you want. So, if you want to create like a beginning with this guy, if you want to create like a beautiful relationship with him, you know, put the prayers out there in the world. And the best thing to do, at least the way I do things when I'm praying for something, is it's just like, put the prayer out there, let God know, like, hey, like, let's make it simple. Let's say you're like, God, I would really like a cheeseburger. So, you pray, you're like, God, please, please give me a cheeseburger. But then leave it at that. Ask him once. And then from that point on, just be like, thank you, God. Thank you that you're bringing a cheeseburger into my life. And I'm going to have this amazing cheeseburger that I'm going to eat soon. So then you just start thanking God like you already have it, like it's already there, like it's already yours. So, that's the best thing that I would do in your situation. So go with the flow, be casual, talk to him. Don't be the one to like make the move in terms of like the big move, like, hey, let's date or something. Let him come to you on that part. So it's like you've opened the door for him. Let him be the one to walk through it. Okay. Let's see. Scrolling back here. Let's see who's next. Okay. Okay, Dolly, any messages from Oh, I'm like burping, you guys. It's probably from the Pepsi I drank earlier. I had pizza and Pepsi earlier. I'm like, now I'm going to be burping in front of you. I don't know why. Um I am so weird at times. Okay. Anyways, Dolly, any messages from my spirits regarding love? Okay, so we have like a general love message. I'm going to go back to, actually, I'm going to take out the Journey of Love 2 for this one, because we got another lovey-dovey message coming through. All right. Any messages from Spirit regarding love for Dolly? What does Dolly need to know? You're welcome, Trishalistic. So yeah, let him be the man. Totally. Like that's their job. And I don't know if Robin is still in here. Maybe she already left. But it's so funny. She messaged me like last night and she told me it's the sperm that chases the egg. Which is true. I mean, in nature, that's the truth of it. The sperm does chase the egg. So it's like, let him do his thing. All you got to do is sit there and be a pretty egg. Okay, so Dolly, let's see what we got here. Let's see what messages you got for love. Okay, so we have fiery. You make my temperature rise. So if there is a person in mind that you have in your life, I mean, they definitely find you very attractive. They're definitely drawn to you. They're definitely very passionate about you. That's for sure. And we have soulmate. We've done this before. We will do it again. So you do have a soulmate out there. You have a very important soul level commitment, soul level person out there for you. use any label that you want to on this. You can call it a twin flame, you can call it a soulmate, you can call it a divine counterpart. At the end of the day, it's not the label that matters, it's the connection. It's that um yeah, it's that relationship with that person, but you do have that person out there. I don't know if this is somebody that you already know necessarily or not, but if you do, they're in their life, they're in your life, and if you don't know this person yet, they're coming. And we have beauty. Everything about you is perfect to me. So this person finds you very beautiful. They find you to be flawless, basically. You know, that could be kind of a dangerous thing, just in the sense that hopefully they're not putting you up on a pedestal or anything like that, but they definitely find you to be very beautiful. They find you to be stunning. So that's a wonderful thing. And we have twin flame. You are my other half, which is so funny because we already got soulmate. So I feel like this is double confirmation for you that you definitely have a person out there. Once again, call them whatever it is you want, twin flame or soulmate, but it doesn't matter. That person is definitely there. Like I said, I don't know if this is someone who is currently in your life right now or if they're coming into your life, but you have that connection. That's for sure. That connection does exist there for you. And abandon. Please don't give up. So, if you have felt discouraged at all when it comes down to love, whether it's with this person or just simply finding this person, I feel like your spirit guides are basically telling you not to give up, to hold on, have faith that your story does not end here. Your story does not end with an unhappy ending, that there is a happy ending waiting out there for you. So to hold on, don't give up, don't quit. And we have illuminate. You've brightened my path. So, once again, this person finds you to be beautiful. They're very passionate about you. And I feel like they see you as like the light in a dark place. The world can be a very dark, very discouraging, very depressing place, especially in 2020. And yeah, you are like the not 2020 thing in their 2020 basically. So you are their light in their darkness. So that's a beautiful thing. So hopefully that made sense and resonated for you. Let's see who is next up. You're gonna see here, I got cards all over the place here on this bed. Scrolling back. All right, we got Dolly. Adjust things here a little bit. Okay. Let's see. All right, we already got Jennifer's question and Robin's questions. Okay, KB's. Okay. Divine. Are there messages from my spirit guides to motivate me right now? Okay, so it seems like we kind of have like another general message for whatever spirit wants to say to you. But okay, divine. Are there any messages from my spirit guides to motivate me right now? Okay, we need some motivation. We need a little cheerleader check-in, basically. What decks? Is there something I haven't used yet? I don't know. I'm double checking. What do I have here? Nope, that's not spirit. That's masculines. That would be the masculines coming through in that pile. Let's go back to Moonology. We'll go back to Moonology for this one. Okay, Divine. Messages from your spirit guides to motivate you. All right. We need a little cheer. We need a little cheerleading going on here for Divine. What does Divine need to know from her spirit guides right now? What's going on here? What does she need to know? Let's see. All right. You guys still hanging in there? Like the chat's kind of quiet right now. I know there are people in there because I know there are 7 of you in there. But I'm like, it's so quiet. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Make friends if you're not friends already. Okay. So we have got, and thank you guys also for liking this video and everything. If you haven't shared it or anything, feel free to share it too. The more the merrier. So, oh, this one just flipped out. So we'll take that one. And you've got a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. So I feel like, if anything, this card kind of reminds me, really kind of like the holiday season right now, like the time that we're in right now, because it's the holiday season. It's a season to give and not receive. This is generally the time of year where people usually help one another out, give presents and that kind of thing. So it's like, it's the spirit of the season, the spirit of cheer, the season of joy. And the funny thing is, with giving rather than taking, at least for me, and I feel like this is pretty common for a lot of people, like, you usually always feel better when you're giving to somebody else rather than trying to get something for yourself, because when you try to get something for yourself, it can be such a struggle. But when you're giving to others, like, there's nothing better than seeing somebody's face light up, and their eyes have that sparkle, and they have like this big smile on their face because you did something to make a difference in their life, to make their life a little bit better, a little bit easier, a little bit happier. So there's nothing like giving. Giving is definitely the best. And if I'm having like a crap day or something like that, I know for me, I always feel better getting myself off of my mind. And sometimes the best way to do that is by helping somebody else, helping someone else with one of their problems. And then it's like, yeah, like, things may be kind of crappy right now, but I still made a difference. I was able to help so and so out with this. So it's like, things are not that bad. Um, so yeah, I feel like, if anything, you're getting a reminder to be a giver, basically. And we have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. So I don't know what's going on necessarily in your love situation, but there could be like a new start dealing with your love situation. You may need to bring a little bit of unconditional love into the situation. And in any love situation, and it doesn't have to be romantic, this could be with friends or family members too. One of the best ways to love others unconditionally is to give. So, giving very well could be the way to bring love into a situation where maybe love is lacking a little bit. And we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So there are definitely changes on the horizon. They'll be coming in for you, which is pretty cool. I feel like there's a lot of changes coming in really for everybody right now. We've got that Christmas star that's going to be coming up soon here, December 21st. We're going to be getting out of this hellish year, basically, of 2020, and hopefully 2021 will have some powerful changes coming up. And I feel like it's no exception for you either. There's going to be powerful changes coming in for you in your life as well. I'm eating a Snickers. That's so funny. It's so funny, Jennifer, like, Snickers is the one thing that I generally don't eat because my teeth can be like such crap at times. Like, the nuts and the caramel, it just goes everywhere, gets stuck. But they are really good. I'm more of a Twix girl. Okay, conclusions are within reach. Going back to divine, full moon and eclipse. Yeah, full moon eclipse. So if there's anything that has been unresolved for you, if there's any questions that you have that are lingering in any situation in your life, whether it's a relationship or your career or something else, the answers that you're craving, the answers that you're looking for, the endings, the conclusions are coming up ahead. It wouldn't surprise me if that's also a part of this powerful change that's coming your way. The powerful change and conclusions are probably one and the same. So, let's see. I feel like my guides are annoyed with me not doing much. I've been trying to follow a new daily routine, but I've been procrastinating and just forgetting about it. Well, I feel like they kind of want you to, get up off your ass and do stuff. I woke up at 2:22 the other day. Do you mean in the afternoon? Wow, that is late. I mean, I guess if you're like up all hours, that would make sense. Like if you're up until, the crack of dawn, that would make sense. I know I'm up late a lot of the times, and then I wind up getting up early anyways because at least being here while I'm staying at my mom is like, get up, we need to get going, we need to do things. And I'm like, I was up until like 3 or 4 recording readings for people. Oh my God. Um, anyway, but yeah, if you're having, yeah, staying up late will do it. I completely get it. I'm a night owl too. Um, but yeah, I if they're bugging you to like get up off your ass and do something, I feel like it's really tied to this giving thing. I feel like they want to have you get out there and give back basically. Um and the more you give, the more that you wind up receiving. So I feel like they have something good to give you. Like there's something good coming your way, but they're just like, hey, like we're all blocked up here. We can't give you anything good because you're not getting off your ass to do something and give back to people and give back to the world and be a part of society and not sleep until 2:22. I mean, granted, I get the sync there is pretty cool, but they're probably just like, you know what? You could be doing something at 2:22 and not be waking up at 2:22. Well, let's get one more for you. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So I would maybe kind of like reflect within yourself and see if there are any fears holding you back as to why you're not doing anything. Um, like maybe there's a reason you're just afraid to step out of the box or something and do what they're asking you to do. Double check with yourself to see if there's any fears that are holding you back. If there are, don't let them hold you back because fears are bullshit and they're false evidence appearing real. So I've been trying to manifest my dream job. I feel like it's on the way, but I know I have to do my part and not just depend on them for everything. Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. Like, they're going to do their part after we do our part. Like, we have to do our part first. That's the thing. So, they will always come through. They're faithful, they're loyal, they're always going to do their part. But yeah, we have to do our part first for sure. It's a joint effort. There's no way around it. So yeah, start getting out there and being a giver. That's going to make a difference, and then they can give you that dream job. So let's see who is next. If I missed anybody's question, I don't think I have, but if I did, drop it down and I'll definitely get to it. I just want to make sure I'm not skipping over it because I definitely see other stuff going on here conversation wise. So I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. Yes, Jenna M, I am still taking questions. So if you have one, drop it down. I will take it. Okay. Octorian Love, can I get a card pulled, please? Of course, definitely. Is there any like specific question you had, Octorian Love? Or is it just like general, whatever comes through? Because I can definitely still pull a card regardless. But I'm glad other messages are coming through that resonate. Like that definitely helps. And that's the other funny thing too, you guys, is like the different questions that I have answered here. Like a lot of people have definitely had similar things. Okay, and then we have Monice with, hi, will I see my friend tonight? Okay, let me scroll back up here really quick for, who was it that I saw first? It's after Divine. Okay, so Jenna M, if you're still here, go ahead and drop your question. I'll pull a card for you if you don't drop one, but I'm going to pull a card for Octorian Love first to give you time to leave your question. Okay, so Octorian Love, let me pull a card for you. Let's see what general message comes in for you. I'm going to go back to the doggies, the divine doggies for Octorian Love. Let's get a card for Octorian Love. And the Octurians are awesome, by the way. I think they're pretty cool. I had a which kind of reading was it? I forget which kind it was. It was I think it was like I think it was a trance channeling type of reading or something from Bridget, like over the summer. And I guess there's like Octurian in me, apparently. I didn't even realize that. Like my mind, like the way I think, like my intellect is Octurian, but my emotions and everything are Syrian. So which makes sense because Syrians are like that, you know, dog kind of energy. And I got the dog thing going on, that's for sure. All right. Oh, Shadow. I mentioned dogs and I'm shuffling the dog card and he's like, here I am. He's moving around. Okay. What card do we have here for Octurian love? What do they need to know? What's going on here? All right, we've got loss. Allow yourself to grieve. Oh, so if you've been going through something where there has been some kind of loss, I mean, this doesn't necessarily have to be like physical death, like somebody died. It could be, but a loss of anything, it could be a loss of a relationship, a loss of a job, a loss, it could be a loss of anything, or just maybe in a sense feeling at a loss yourself, maybe over something in life. Um, but whatever it is that you may be feeling blue over, it's okay to feel that way. Like, I know a lot of times people are like, raise your vibration and heal yourself and blah, 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 blah. And those things are all good. And those things are all things we need to do. But sometimes we just need to sit in the muck for a minute. Sometimes we need to feel that pain. Sometimes we need to feel the sadness. We need to feel the anger. We need to feel the negative stuff. And doing that in itself is healing. So if you've been feeling sad, if you've been feeling blue, it's okay. Your emotions are yours and you're allowed to own that and you're allowed to deal with that. So it's a part of the process. Allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you feel. And we have gratitude, give thanks. So I feel like if you have been experiencing any loss in your life with something right now, this is a reminder that where there is loss, there are still things to be grateful for. There are still things to be thankful for in life. That, we all go through struggles. We all go through things that can be hard and can be difficult. But guaranteed we all have something to be thankful for, even if it's just like, hey, I have a roof over my head. I have a bed to sleep in. I have food in my refrigerator, even if it's just simple, basic needs like that. Even if you just have like one friend in your whole life who cares about you and is there for you, it doesn't matter. That's something to be thankful for. So I feel like, you're definitely getting this reminder to be grateful through it all, through the good days, through the bad days, through everything in between, through the loss, through the gains. Just remember to be grateful. And we have protection. Put up your guard. So I feel like this is basically saying, when it comes down to boundaries and stuff like that, um, you know, to make sure that that's firm and that's in place. Don't allow people to walk all over you. Don't allow people to control you or manipulate you or try to take advantage of you, that kind of thing. So stand up for yourself. If you haven't done so, definitely do that. And finally, let me get one more for you. Significance. This is a great one to end it on for you. You be you. So, that's super important because there's only one version of you on this planet. There's only one version of you in this entire world. There's nobody else out there like you. There's nobody who's ever going to be like you ever again. So, you are limited edition, basically. You are special. You are unique. So embrace that and let it shine. Let the world see that. And I feel like that's kind of been like a common thread here tonight, you guys, is like, I feel like, pretty much for everyone, let yourself shine, let yourself glow, let yourself, just like show yourself to the world and be just like, this is me, the world needs more of you for sure. So hopefully that helped and made some sense for you. Let's see who's next. Let's see what's going on here. Scroll back up. Okay. Uh, uh, uh. We got Octurian Love. And